Modular distance learning includes individualized guidance that permits students to utilize self-learning modules or the SLMs on paper or advanced configurations and electronic duplicate, whichever is relevant with regard to the students, and other learning assets like learners' materials, course readings, movement sheets, study guides, and other examination materials. Students access electronic duplicates of learning materials on a PC, tablet PC, or cell phones, albums, DVDs, USB stockpiling, and PC-based applications would all be able to be utilized to convey e-learning materials, including disconnected ebooks. The instructor assumes the liability of observing the advancement of the students. The students may ask help from the educators through email, phone, instant messages, or texting, and so on where conceivable. The instructor will do home visits to students requiring remediation or help. Any individual from the family or other partner in the network needs to fill in as para-educators. Suggested platforms, resources, and mechanisms in modular distance learning. The use of learning resources, materials, or modules in multimedia such as slides, video, and audio files, digital packets or the learning materials, the use of e-learning materials, the use of computer-based learning resources. On the other hand, online distance learning features the teachers as facilitators, engaging learners' active participation through the use of various technologies accessed through the internet while they are geographically remote from each other during instruction. The internet is used to facilitate learners, teachers, and peer-to-peer communication. Online learning allows live synchronous instructions. It requires participants to have a good and stable internet connection. It is more interactive than the other types of distance learning. The responses are real time. The learners may download materials from the internet, complete and submit assignment online, attend webinars and virtual classes. This is practiced effectively by using a learner management system or related technologies. The DepEd Commons and LR Portal fall in this category. The use of virtual classrooms example Google Classroom, Edmodo, Schoology. The use of web-enhanced learning activities, free access to OERs, open educational resources, access to LR portals, access to DepEd Commons. The Department of Education Cebu City Division has so far recorded a total of 156,621 enrollees in public schools in the city. No breakdown on the number of enrollees per grade level is available as enrollment is still ongoing. The number is more or less 23,000 short of last year's enrollment figure of about 180,000, based on the figures released by the DepEd 7 at the start of classes last year. DepEd allows late enrollment as long as the students or pupil can meet at least 80% of the prescribed number of school days of each school year. DepEd Cebu City Division has meanwhile expressed its readiness ahead of the opening of the classes. Cebu City learners in public schools will be adapting two learning modalities, modular learning and the online distance learning. Based on the survey conducted by the division earlier, public students opted to do modular learning as they don't have gadgets for online or offline learning. Online learning is for those with laptops or personal computers and other gadgets that have an internet access. Cebu City had a unified dry run of the different modalities, although the postponements allows teachers and the learners to do more dry runs before the next school year begins. Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella had expressed confidence on the teachers' capability to deliver the lessons to their students in the best way they can. Here we have a learning simple time management. These basic concepts of time management are easy to grasp but difficult to put into practice consistency in your life. You'll need these intrinsic resources if you want to succeed. Persistence. You should be predictable in your utilization of time. It will take diligence to drive yourself to utilize your time as you had arranged instead of returning to old propensities. Dedication. Without the solid commitment to learning times, the executive standards, you can't want to prepare yourself in this aptitude. Time the board isn't something you can gain proficiency with a tad about to proceed onwards. You should be eager to rehearse it continuously until it turns out to be natural to you. Motivation. Set an objective in your psyche that is pushing you towards better time. The board rehearses. Use achievements and fulfillment of your internet figuring out how to spur you forward. In light of the fact that achievements in learning can be extremely solid inspiration.